An achievement that we're very proud of is the completion of our new automation centre. This idea has been spearheaded by Shane Coss since its inception 18 months ago. We're expecting the cost of the centre to be funded by the IDA. It houses 5 project robots downstairs and 5 teaching robots upstairs. It also includes a CNC machining centre and 2 3D printers to make the gripper attachments needed to lift components and to actuate devices. We've been collaborating with GMIT too over the same period, and next week sees the start of the Bachelor of Engineering degree in automation, which has an intake of 20 students per year. 10 Thermo King Galway employees are joining next week across both first and second year classes. We're very proud to name the centre after Thermo King Galway legend Sean Kinsella. We held a COVID restricted launch after work on Friday last 25th. We had about 20 of his ex-colleagues join another 20 current employees that had worked with Sean during his time in Merview. We apologise to those that we couldn't invite. It was very difficult to arrange this event due to the numbers, the restrictions, and Sean's poor health. Hopefully, you can hear from the speeches that the intention of the certificate and degree courses is to provide a second chance opportunity to employees that have an aptitude for robotics to work and study at the same time. It's our hope that Thermo King Galway will become the centre for many international automation projects because this centre is the first of its kind in Trane Technologies. Sean talks in the video about the challenges that he had in trying to turn around the business in the early 80s. He described how he had 1/3 of employees with him, 1/3 against, and a 1/3 floating vote. And that's the group that he spent his time on. He spoke generously about the progress that he had witnessed in the factory and congratulated the whole team.
We're delighted to be able to recognise a Thermo King Galway legend here today. Sean is revered in these quarters as the turnaround man from the early 80s. I'd like to pay a special word of thanks to the man that made this automation centre happen, Shane Coss. Let there be no doubt it was his idea from start to finish. He was very ably supported by Darren Ruddy, John Sweeney, Vincent Moran, our excellent maintenance team, and a whole host of others, including Mike Carpenter. I was searching for the Tipperary flag. We're on top of the world. I'm sure you're making the flags. We're on top of the hurling world. One of the key principles of the operation of the centre here is that we plan to deploy all of these robots on the factory floor and to replace each one as we do so with the latest models. This will allow the GMIT teaching staff to have ready access to the latest developments in robotics. The development of a certification in automation course, a 2-year course, will have a big impact on employees on the shop floor right across the West. It will provide a second chance education for many employees who show an aptitude for troubleshooting robotics. Completing years 3 and 4 will allow some of our tradesmen and young engineers to qualify with a degree in automation. Shane and Kareen Goshan, the head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering in GMIT, are already starting to talk about designing a HIP and even master's courses in automation. To conclude, I'm delighted that we've got this opportunity to recognise Sean and to say directly to him, thank you. We hope that our humble gesture to name this centre that we're so proud of after you will go some way towards repaying you for your dedication and success in putting Kermaking Galway on the map and ensuring that we had a place to work and ply our trades over the years. We're a million out.
I am humbled by the gesture today. I mean that genuinely. It's fantastic tribute, but I take it on behalf of the people that were here with me, staff, and stood up for the company. Now, in the bad old days, when some used to remember it, we used to have meetings and settings, approved, this, that, and the other. But I never had more than a third of people with me. I never had more than a third of people against me. Since the vote and vote has always been a problem. And we're always trying to get that vote and vote, so it's difficult. But the people here, it's amazing now when I look back on it, the way that they took ownership. And I'm extremely proud of all of you. And I thank you most sincerely for the welcome today. Thank you very much.
We couldn't believe it when the news came through on Monday morning that Sean had passed away a few hours earlier. Yes, Jay Gorau Anam. Huge thanks to the team for pulling out all the stops to make sure that the event had gone ahead on Friday. His family were very grateful for both Friday and the Guard of Honour on Wednesday. Great tribute to Sinead Garvey, who successfully made all the arrangements. You may have noticed the masks with TK logos and the old black TK jackets that were dug out for the occasion. She's a gem. On a happier note, we saw another TK Galway legend, Jerry Moran, ride off into the sunset. What are we going to do without his constant enthusiasm and fantastic ability? Here's Jerry motivating the troops in his old quality manager role. Looks like he had his work cut out. He was sporting a very impressive Magnum PI Ronnie back in those days. Or was it a Mike Keneally Ronnie? A Cladaman and avid sailor, he was a stalwart on the Kelsurprise racing team and later the TK Lean Machine racing team. Seen here with 6 of his colleagues at the National Championships in Kerry in 2009. And then with his first mate, Tony Heary, en route to France in 2019. And finally, just to let you know of an environmental project that we're sponsoring. All the hard work has been done by John Carrick, supported by Ollie Neary and Niall Thornton. John built these 6 barn owl nest boxes and located them around the county in a wildlife conservation project because the population is under threat. This footage was taken from inside one of the nest boxes. Last year, we also supported John on a separate project to revive the population of common terns in Lochatalia. That's it for now, folks. Please stay safe.